A healthy person has 1,000 wishes, but a sick person has only one.
A new field of study, nutritional psychiatry, looks at how diet can improve mental health. It could help patients shift from pharmaceuticals to food-based therapies.
Many of us in this room right now have lost people we love way too early. There are people that could have lived an extra 20 years, an extra 10 years, an extra 5 years, and that's unacceptable to me. There's something we can do about that.
Imagine waking up in the morning with so much pain and inflammation in your arms that you couldn't even type a few sentences on a keyboard without experiencing massive pain. As a result, you're forced to use a voice dictation software for 2 years just to be able to keep working and provide for your family. And what if on top of that you were $100,000 in debt with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old daughter? This is the exact situation our next speaker, Talor, was in 7 years ago.
By a show of hands, if you or one of your loved ones got sick and had a disease that could only be cured by you paying $100 million, by a show of hands, how many people would pay that money in a second?
This forced Talor to learn everything he could about health and inflammation in the body, and he has been on this health journey ever since.
And I set the intention that this presentation is going to save someone's life. And maybe that prevents someone in this room from getting a disease down the road. Goal number 2 for this presentation is to increase your healthy lifespan by an average of 10 years while feeling better than you previously did. Not just adding 10 miserable years to your life, right? 10 real healthy years to your life.
We asked Nightline's John Donovan to sift through all the reporting we've done on the problem over the past year to try to find the real villain behind the obesity epidemic.
Kristen and Colin Robinson are a mother and son Nightline followed last year through a several $1,000 program. A 2-week-long weight loss camp which basically retaught them how to move and how to eat.
Today's lunch list for me was veggie burger, baked beans, and 4 ounces of gold leek soup.
Americans spend a lot of money trying to lose weight and a lot of time talking about it.
We're spending $150 billion a year treating obesity-related illnesses, so we know this is a problem and there's a lot at stake.
But not even her exhortations seem to be getting through, because this new study published today in the Journal of Adolescent Youth looked at more than 6,000 middle school children across the nation and found that nearly 7% are not obese, but severely obese, in the 99th percentile for weight, which means the problem is worse than believed.
A new report looking at obesity projections finds that if we don't improve our lifestyles over the next 20 years, obesity rates in adults could climb to 44% across the nation and exceed 60% in 13 states.
If you're overweight, if you're unhealthy, you gotta act now. You gotta be disciplined about this. There's real change that can be made real fast for you, but you gotta take action. You gotta have a sense of urgency, right? Not like a nervous sense of urgency. There's something that I like to call a calm sense of urgency. So you're not frantic and running about your life like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. It's not about that. You can still have a calm sense of urgency where you can have a good, nice, calm internal state, but also know that you gotta get shit done. And when that comes to your health, whether that be with your family, whether that be with your business, if you don't have the health that you want right now, if you're overweight, if you're sick, if you're in pain and inflammation, you have to do something about this now. It's not going to get any better by waiting and procrastinating. Now is the time, in this moment, for you to take control and do something about it. So I invite you to think about, right now in this moment, what are the biggest changes you need to make in your life? And if you're already a peak performer, if you're already very healthy in your life, we know that there's always another level, but maybe for you it's family. Maybe for you there's something else in your life that's been missing, that it's time for you to take control of now that you've realized that it's important to you. So, easy first steps. Eliminate the sugar from your drinks, eliminate fried foods, and eliminate the desserts. You have to put health as your number one priority. And that's what I hope this inspires you to do. When you put health as your number one priority, you'll live that full life full of energy and vitality. You won't have to worry about dying 20 years too early and not being there for your friends and family members and kids. This is the time to take control of your health. It's amazing to think that over 200,000 people have joined the Peak Performance community, and hopefully by the time you're watching this, it'll be over 1 million people. And so that really shows me, it really gives me hope that people, this is working, this stuff works. Like, people know, people see the results, people are getting the results. So I'll leave you with this. When you're 100 years old looking back at your life, what will you say? Will you say that you lived a happy, healthy, energized life and that you lived up to your full potential?
So your job now is to take this information and run with it. Prioritize your health. Make it the most important thing in your life. Some people say, well, my family is the most important thing in my life. Well, that's great. If you don't have your health, you cannot be there for your family.
I think about this every morning, and I hope you do too. The choice is yours. Choose today. Make a decision right now in this moment. Be the person that you know you can be. It starts now.
Go past the cookie test and do the things that will serve you and your family in the long run. Think long term, don't think short term.
Welcome to Peak Performance.